BBCThe continued protests for gun controls in America could be discussed 11:45 p.m. That's all for tonight. Question time has finished. The show will be aired in Blackpool next week and in Westminster the week after. Nigel Farage and Diane Abbott will make appearances on the show next week. 11:37 p.m. Ash Sarkar roasted over the UK government's position. In Syria, Brandon Lewis roasted Ash Sarkar over her stance to the UK government's position in Syria. He stated that the journalist was wrong and that asylum seekers are not refugees. 11:33 p.m. The fourth question of the show. In Syria and allow so many people to die. 11.29 The EU does not want to give the UK a good deal. A member of the audience stated that the EU does not want to give the UK a good deal because it could spur a movement across the body of other nations leaving. She said, "All my junker wants to do is be awkward." @Camilla Tomini says that Brussels zealots don't want to give the UK a good Brexit deal. BBCThe.twitter.com 6Lod1DDX BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 201,811, 22 p.m. Camilla Tomini laughs at Labour's Brexit stance. Sunday Express political editor laughed in front of John Prescott when he was asked about the current stance of the Labour Party on Brexit. 11:17 p.m. The third question of the night has been asked. The topic of Brexit has now made its way into discussions. A member of the audience said, "Is the proposed transition period a cynical attempt to stop Brexit?" Our next question is about the Brexit transition phase. BBCThe. Pic.twitter.com 1 6U BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 201,811, 15 p.m. Time for change at universities across the country. The panel has discussed the current state of UK universities and suggested a number of changes that could be implemented in the future. Brandon Lewis did not comment if rates will be increased. 11:06 p.m. The second question has been asked. A member of the audience has raised the topic of university fees. They said, "Is charging £9,000 a year justified for those studying at universities?" Our second question is on tuition fees. BBCThe.twitter.com Capexco BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 201,810, 57 p.m. Jeremy Corbyn has a history of being friends with our enemies. Sunday Express political editor Camilla Tomini defended the actions of the media surrounding the allegations towards Jeremy Corbyn as she stated that he has a history of being friends with our enemies. Camilla Tomini says that the press is entitled to investigate claims which appear to be in the public interest. BBCThe.twitter.com The Sphere BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 201,810.53 John Prescott desperately tries to defend Jeremy Corbyn. John Prescott attempted to defend the recent allegations leveled against Labour Party leader Jeremy Corbyn surrounding dealings with the Communist Party during the Cold War. 10:50 p.m. The first question has been askedA. A member of the audience said, "When are the right-wing media and Tories going to realise that lies and smears against Jeremy Corbyn no longer work?" BBCThe first question has been asked on the popular BBC show 10.48 and we're off. Question time has started. Have you got a problem? John Prescott explains Labour's position on Brexit. Camilla Tomini BBCThe.twitter.com Buxt for Ubique BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 201,810, 45 p.m. Brexit Ramona bias. Twitter users have noticed that 4 panelists on the show voted Remain and only one, Camilla Tomini, voted to leave. One user, retweeted by the Sunday Express political editor, said, "So on BBCThe tonight we have 4 panelists who voted Remain and 1 who voted Leave." Camilla Tomini, did you hear that? Adonis 1 Leave, vote 4 Remain votes. BBC bias towards Brexit again. You say, "Lol, you are a joke." So on BBCThe tonight we have 4 panelists who voted Remain and 1 who voted Leave. Camilla Tomini, did you hear that? Adonis 1 Leave vote 4 Remain votes. BBC bias towards Brexit again. You say, "Lol, you are a joke." John BrexitJBHTD February 22, 201,810, 30 p.m. Manufacturing to be a key topic on Question Time. UK manufacturing could play a vital part in the upcoming episode of BBC Question Time. Jurgen Mayer tweeted that he was looking forward to a great debate on the show and that manufacturing incredibly important to him. He posted, "Looking forward to a great debate, BBC Question Time, and in a tremendous location, manufacturing being a topic close to my heart. In 50 years in Parliament, I have to say, this is the dirtiest slur I've seen against any politician." At John Prescott says the stories in the press about Jeremy Corbyn are unacceptable. BBCThe.twitter.com PCID BBC Question Time at BBC Question Time February 22, 2018. What will be asked tonight? The questions may include the recent controversy surrounding Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn and his alleged dealings with the Communist Party during the Cold War and his response to allegations which involve promising UK media outlets that change is coming. The continued protests for gun controls in America could also be discussed. Brexit is surely set to play a prominent role in the debate, after more than 60 Conservative MPs wrote to Theresa May in an effort to get the Prime Minister to shake off the wishes of Remainers and deliver the independence the British people voted for. Who is Brandon Lewis? Brandon Lewis is the chairman of the Conservative Party, cabinet minister and MP for Great Yarmouth. He has held the seat east of Norwich since 2010. Mr. Lewis has formerly held the roles of Minister for Police, Housing, and Immigration. Friday, January 20, 2017. Nick Griffin attacks Jack Straw's father. My father was in the RAF during the Second World War while Mr. Straw's father was in prison for refusing to fight Adolf Hitler. Who is John Prescott? John Prescott was the former Deputy Prime Minister for the Labour Party under Tony Blair and was the MP for Hull East for 40 years. He was appointed to the House of Lords in 2010. Who is Camilla Tominey? Camilla Tominey is a Sunday Express political editor and columnist that has been the paper's royal correspondent and editor since 2005. Getting questions may include the recent controversy surrounding Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn. Who is Ash Sarkar? Ash Sarkar is a writer and campaigner that is currently a senior editor for Novara Media. She has also lectured in politics at universities across the UK and the Netherlands. Getty. John Prescott was the former Deputy Prime Minister for the Labour Party. Who is Jurgen Mayer? Jurgen Mayer is the CEO of Siemens UK and a board member for George Osborne's Northern Powerhouse Partnership. He is also a visiting professor at the University of Manchester. Mr. Mayer is an Austrian national that moved to the UK in 1974.